little debacle the other day.
Yeah. All right, so we've actually got a Nyx coming out from dooi. Okay, this is
Mirror?
you know, like on alternate patches, it's a little bit of a signature champion for him, like way back when all this competition started. Like you know the one I'm talking about, the Chance dooi qualifier game.
The blood run, yes.
Yeah.
That never ended.
No.
Or it did, but
just in one fell swoop.
but did it really? Or are we in a different reality? Like, what is?
We're about to find out. Like, I'm sure dooi is thinking, hey, if I can dust off some of these old strats and maybe they can be effective again, then, hey, if it ain't broke.
Yep. If it's not any broke, don't fix it. So, but I'm just very surprised cha1n's not playing Nyx. Like, he's been doing very well with that champ, but I don't know. He's going with the safer picks of the 3 standard, the Visor, Doom, and Ranger on Blood Covenant. So.
All right, but it's going to come down to this first map, first round, dooi and cha1n. doooi's going to be getting kind of the ambiguous spawn above LG. He sees cha1n drop down, so doooi's going to go, all right, fine, I'm going to go get myself a railgun, but it's going to be a little bit risky.
If he needs to.
Yeah. So great aggression. He didn't get that punished for it, and now he's free to go back here and get LG and Mega. And now cha1n really can't even show up to, you know, push on that Mega because doooi's got that dangerous rail.
Yeah, it may not seem like a lot happened, but really. Yeah. Him getting the rail the way he did and taking minimal damage, it's a huge win for him. Otherwise, he could have been put at a huge disadvantage and been out of the map for a while and possibly even dead within the first minute, depending on the usage of sight from cha1n.
And all of this, you know, revolves around the fact that, yeah, Nyx is a little bit more fragile, but hasn't used the Ghost Walk yet, hasn't had to because of all of that. So cha1n is going to be looking at a pretty good stack. They both are, to be honest. But Heavy's going to be back up. doooi's checking down below before committing to the grab. But it's going to be an attack here from the bridge, but not one that nets a lot of damage for cha1n. But doooi's going to be just fast enough to cross over. Just
this is a
barely
good attack
fast
because
enough.
he had sight, and he knows where he is now. But it's so dangerous to fight Nyx in this area because of the double jumping off the pillars, and they're so close together that you can do it constantly. And that's why we see dooi in good position right now. Probably going to get this Mega Health, and now you want to see him rush over to the Heavy.
I mean, that came down to if dooi was a few units further back in the LG room, he would have been stuck. But he didn't really lose his cool there either. He's still, you know, playing for items, and he's been able to take the stack back. Like, the fact that cha1n hasn't taken the last Mega or Armor after that attack, really telling.
I think he's using sight right now, be my guess. Yes, he was. The way that he like came out of the portal right away with the peak rail, it just kind of gave that tell away. And now he's just going to be scrounging, and he needs to play slow. Just speak for cha1n. Oh, but he's caught out here trying to go for vials. That's a very good cutoff from dooi, knowing that, A, dooi needs vials of his own.
Yep.
And he knows that cha1n's going to want sight back, so... And I think he probably could tell the same thing, that the way cha1n peeked from the teleporter, that he was using it. So he had that intel knowing, okay, he doesn't have it, I need to deny it.
Yeah.
And that ended up leading to the cutoff and the frag.
And doooi's just maintaining his position mid-map here, taking a little bit of LG from below. Mega's going to be back up, but they're both going to be at the wrong side of pillars. So doooi's just going to be hopping back on over there. He's got the speed, but still takes a tiny bit there. Oh, but it goes in for the close range damage. I mean, this is a really aggressive play from dooi.
Yeah, that was the, I hope I telefrag him. Please back up into me one more step. It's so dangerous, though. Like, what if he got direct rocketed punched?
Yeah.
I would have liked him to, like, step a little further back and, like, push Doom away for free, and then you get control. And now you see he's being punished.
Weird. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
I'm not even sure if that had any continuity with the last fight, but yeah, he went through TP and just kind of stood in the corner for a second, checking his phone or something.
Dude, that drive-by rail was so nice.
But cha1n is actually going to be able to take not only the frag, but a good stack as well. doooi's going to have his own visor. But cha1n's going to have good timing on armor. 15 seconds to Mega. This is actually a really good split. cha1n could put a lot of pressure on at this point. And especially with that opening rail, yeah, doooi's going to have to duck out. And no matter where he goes, like, he's either going to be...
He should drop, like, drop slowly, yes.
Yeah, real slow.
I would like to see him...
Oh my god, nice.
I like to see him right before the ground, double jump, so that it, like, delays the rocket shot from dooi. He probably could have saved more stack. It's just, like, little things like that.
The fact that he made the frag wasn't enough for you.
Well, no, yeah, that's... I'm always looking for the little things, Snark. But, nah, it's a very good round from him. But it's just something like, as the map goes on, you should look for him to try to utilize is, if there's fights like that again and he's dropping down, like, if opponent has rockets out, you can really mess up their aim and their timing if you time your double jump correctly. Let's see, he's wanting to start off with Visor again, and we've got Nix again for dooi, which I think is good. He played it well, just that whole situation again where he came out of Invis, like, unnecessarily took that fight.
But cha1n's going to be up top at least, so he's going to have the high ground, even though he's got to drop to make any effective use of this rail. But nice shot on the jump. That's going to put dooi in a little bit of recovery mode. cha1n putting some more pressure on the pillars, but yeah, doi's just managed to get completely out of there. I think cha1n wanted to find dooi down by the pillars, and is looking a little bit disappointed at the moment.
I'd like to see him start spamming, like, a rocket right at, like, the mega pad area, like where the pillar is.
Right.
A lot of people like to sit there and wait and, like, listen. And every now and then you might get the little, like, tick of damage and figure out that that's where they are. And he should know that doi's trying to come in this way. Yes. Oh. Should have anticipated that he would be on the bottom, not the mid. And because the Invis doesn't last that long, that he would have made it there to mid. So missed opportunity for probably at least like 150 damage, and that would have been huge considering Nix has like almost no armor right now.
Absolutely, but doi's been able to use those moments of, well, chinks in cha1n's armor here as an ability to get stacked back up, but dropping down to this armor, like, it's a good escape at the moment, but yeah, cha1n's gonna be able to pop his sight, and if dooi wastes any time at the bottom of the map, he's gonna get caught no matter which way he goes.
He has to play slow now.
Yeah.
He needs to get this heavy because he did not get the entry damage. Like, I think using Visor Sight to get entry damage to kind of force Invis is good, which is what he's doing now. Oh, what was that rocket jump?
That was messy.
Yeah.
He's still alive, though, and the fact that he landed on a pillar instead of falling down is actually pretty fortuitous. But he's still looking for a rail here. He's able to take away Mega. doi's looking for a way out. But yeah, with the timing of that usage of the piercing sight and the ghost block, it's actually going to be cha1n getting his sight back first.
Yeah, and the thing to note, he needs to remember that Nix can only get 50 armor. So if she got that low armor, she might only at the most be 150 stacked right now. So he's still in the lead, like he's ready to go. He needs to try to force out Invis here before Mega, which he might do, yes. And even if he Invis on it, fight. That's a good fight.
And to doi's credit, he wasn't right on it, so he didn't really get caught there either. He actually got out of that without taking any damage.
I would have liked to have seen maybe after the first rocket switch to LG. I think that would have been the better weapon choice.
More consistent.
Good catch.
But it's a bad one down here in the pillars, but cha1n takes a lot of damage as well, so he's still got the wherewithal to leave that fight and try to stack back up, but this opens himself up to potentially to doi's rails. That's such a dangerous drop, but they both whiff.
Playing wiffle ball here, man.
He's coming back into it after that Mega's taken. I'm sure he wanted to get the rail before that hit. Just a little bit off on that timing, but here's dooi moving back through to lower armor. cha1n was really dedicated to the pillars. Did he maybe think that Mega was still coming up?
Possibly.
He's still here.
doi's been doing a great job of getting out of the pillars area, like when he's at the disadvantaged positionally. Nice shot. dooi should know right now. He's like, okay, I have Invis though now to no sight, so he might be able to catch cha1n out with a good fight here.
But it might just end up being a passive play here on the armor. Yeah, cha1n is able to get out of there, but doi's still up at rail. cha1n's not aware of it. As he comes up this bridge, he could be a shooting gallery for dooi.
It's a 200 stack to 250 right now. That's a good rail.
It's traded off, but cha1n's in the danger zone now.
Okay, you do have enough.
And with that last shot, yeah, doi's definitely going to have to play a little bit more on the plus back here. Mega's going to be back up. cha1n's delaying it just, well, come on, man. I was trying to give you the credit here. He's like, oh, yeah, he's delaying it so that he can, like, poke out and then come back to it if he needs it, but he just forgot.
I like that little RJ he did to try to surprise in case dooi was at rocket launcher. It's a very unique angle to take. One. Get the double.
Man, those tiny pillars added to Blood Covenant are so OP. Like, there's been a lot of changes to this map since Game 6. Oh, dude, great rail. Jeez.
Am I mistaken? I could have sworn up at top I saw the check mark. Like, just use it to get away. Buy some time.
I mean, he is using the Nix much more aggressively than I think we've historically seen, but with 15 seconds left, if he doesn't get super aggressive with this Doom guy, he's going to be, I'm sorry, with this Visor, he's going to be out the first round.
Just run. That's good. Keep running. Just keep running. Oh,
I like that rocket jump, actually, with the 100 damage. And he came back in with the rail. Very nice and stylish at the last second, taking that round.
Prepare to fight.
So, I mean, this is Dooi kind of relying on you know, being able to do a lot of neat things with Nyx.
Yeah, and he's trying to, like,
Round 3.
he really needs to get the in on a fight, and he hasn't been getting that.
Oh, nice aggression from cha1n.
You had to jump.
Oh, whoa. Whoa. What? Where'd his head go?
He blew it straight off, man.
Do you ever accidentally your head off?
No.
All right, so we've got cha1n back on a Visor. Dooi is still looking like he wasn't sure what happened in that fight, but hey, a frag is a frag.
Uh-oh. Killed RJ.
Yeah, I'm too embarrassed to watch him anymore.
Taking tips from Cooler and myself.
All right, but Dewey's still got his Nyx and a Ghost Walk as well. Coming back up jump pad. It's going to be a little bit of audio for cha1n, but there's the drop. Can you actually hear that drop from Armor?
No.
Okay.
At least not with her footsteps, I don't
Right.
think. I think they're a little too quiet. But, yeah, the pad it's a good move to make. It's very deceptive.
All right, but now Dewey's doing what Dooi do. Slowing things way down here, but still stabbing out with some decent rails. Knows that, yeah, Visor was used. And he heard the armor, so he wants to go for a little bit of a chase, but back through the TP here. Was thinking, hey, maybe it was going to be jump pad, but worst case, I can drop down from bridge and get this armor.
Okay.
So
Dooi
he's got a full
needs-
rotation.
Yeah, he needs to make something happen now.
Oh!
Nice shot.
Yeah.
Because the thing is, if Nyx is only controlling one item compared to Visor, they're even in stack if Visor is just 100-100. So when you have the full stack, you need to be trying to push very aggressively and get him off the map, which with two rails there, he's doing an all right job.
And this timing split gives Dooi a lot of time to set up on the bridge. He hears cha1n, though, so he's going to be leaving the armor up for the moment.
Please invis. Do it, do it, do it. Oh, my.
I guess he's playing the TP game, just giving up that fight, and then he doesn't want the timing split to get too extreme, or even worse, like sync back up. So this still keeps a good like 12 seconds apart. And he's going to be maintaining the stat control, which for Nyx is a big deal.
I would like to see some of these spam rockets more, like, on the Mega.
That dropped, and
Nice.
I think what you were saying about the footsteps there earlier, yeah, he didn't hear that drop. He was still looking up, and cha1n got completely blindsided. And there's Dooi denying the rail. It's going to be a rocket jump over to it, so Dooi, after taking away this armor, he might get aggressive. He's just going to let him have it, though.
Nice
That
shot.
rocket didn't do anything either.
Yeah, I'm very shocked that there wasn't like a trade of damage there. This is not a good position to be in right now when you don't have
he drops.
this, and you're about to give. Oh,
I mean,
wow.
Dooi didn't take any damage in that last fight, so you know, it was still a stack advantage there. So there we go. Dooi finally getting a round on the board, starting to look a little bit more consistent with his Nyx.
Yep, just can't have cha1n killing himself at the beginning.
Yeah, I mean, at least keep your head on. Jeez.
Fight.
All right, so popping the piercing for both of them here.
Probably, yeah. Dude, you should know. You should-
Oh, come on.
So greedy, Michael. Oh.
Thought he left. Turns out he didn't leave. And there's no rail for Dooi at the moment either. I mean, that Mega was looking pretty neglected there for a moment, but that's Dooi still out several weapons. And through this teleporter, yeah, you've got to expect some damage. Cannot trade.
cha1n needs to look to close the gap. He's going to have sight first. I don't. Oh, he might. Oh, wonderful
Here,
LG.
yep.
So nice. That actually could have turned pretty precarious there if the tri-bolts landed. Like,
When was the last time we saw that? We said that.
I know.
If you hit those tri-bolts, yeah.
No, please, man. I've seen too many people jump across with under 90
Yeah,
today.
twice
Just can't,
so far, yeah.
I can't take it anymore.
All right, so that's going to keep the stacks fairly even, as cha1n's going to be getting a ton of hourglasses. But up against the Ranger, it's a bit of a moot point.
Okay, so he should know he's likely at Rocket or he dropped to LG. So he's checking Rocket. That's good.
I love this little interplay here. I mean, the fact that Dewey's still out of rail. He wants, you know, at the very least timing on armor. Armor itself would be nice. Rail would be awesome. But he's more than happy to stare at a wall for the moment. Oh, or is this going to drop?
Anything.
And cha1n's movement
Oh, no,
just
Dewey
so
does have a
happened to
rail.
put him in that blind spot.
Dewey does have a rail.
Okay, wow. Sneaky guy.
Drop down to mid. Why not?
Cha1n heard the jump pad, though.
Yeah, I think one of your first instincts there, when somebody is low, you want to think that they're going to try to go up the jump pad to get high ground before you can try to peek. So sometimes you can leave early, like leave the item up to go get free damage to send them off.
Oh, nice with the rail. And did he even want to get up there? Did he want to get up there?
Knowing Dewey, he might have.
I think that might have saved his life.
He was like 60-100 or something like that. So, but it was actually very difficult to make out the orb with the blue haze of the visor sight.
All the same, cha1n was really looking forward to. Oh, that was almost a Dewey orb. cha1n still dishing out the good damage on the bridge. Dewey trying to duck down below.
Sight. Yeah, he can fight this.
It's going to give it to him, and if Dewey wants to stick around and get tricky,
why?
cha1n's going to know.
Did he rocket jump it? He must have thought he was railable, but hell no, man. He was 100 health. There's no zoom rail anymore. Like that does not matter.
Right, but there's the Ghost Walk on the Mega. That's going to be pretty good timing so that cha1n can't actually get on it. But yeah, that rocket really equalized things. They're both going to be relatively low, but cha1n getting that armor.
Oh, he heard the drop. He did.
It around.
But he didn't trust it.
It's a guard from Thief.
Boom.
Oh, nice.
And that's that.
Did he hear something? Must have been my imagination. But that's going to be GG on Blood Covenant.
Dewey.
Up against Dewey's Nyx, yeah.
Dewey, why? Like, so, I could have sworn the light armor would have been up, down, at like the curve at Banana. Like, he should have just conceded the heavy, gone back to get it, and probably get the one at Pillars too. He'd be 100-100 instead of rocket jumping and being
I was going to say, why do that when you could rocket jump?
If he had orb or something, like maybe it increases the chance a little bit. But we just saw him use the orb, like, not too long before. So it's a very strange feeling to for him to want to make that risk.
And on Blood Covenant, you know, I've always been fond of saying it. If it's a choice, all other things being equal between getting, you know, Mega and running to armor and the other way around, if you know your opponent's at armor, there are so many ways you can track their exit and set up an attack further on. Like, if somebody gets out of Pillars, like you mentioned that Dewey was, once they're out, you know, the top or out across books, you've almost lost them. You know, you can't really put much pressure on them.
Yeah, there's so many ways they can double or triple back. Like, it's hard to pin them down, and that's why some of those rounds, like, they went the distance. Yeah. So, but yeah, I'm ready for the next map. I'm ready.
All right, well, it's going to be Corrupted Keep. Definitely a different pace than Blood Covenant provides. That's exactly what I love about Quake. The map changes everything.
Yeah, we did see there, though, that one round was kind of a bad round from cha1n, but the rest of them, he was playing very, very well around utilizing visor sight, stack, speed, aggressiveness. He was playing the champion to the ability you're supposed to. And we see
the bunny ears clutch, yeah.
The green robot of death.
The clutch that haunts little kids' dreams.
What do you like better, the bunny ears or the visual, like the like visor thing?
I think the visor thing's actually pretty awesome.
Yeah.
Ooh.
He's picking Sorlag into this lineup. I don't know how I feel about that.
You're about to know.
Seen it fail once today.
See, I want to love Sorlag. You know, the movement's awesome, and especially in this patch, like with the speed locks off essentially, like she can really fly. It's great.
And there are some areas of the map where if she's going that full speed, you can't hear her quickly enough, and she can
That's
pounce
terrifying.
Yeah. Just rushes in
Galena.
with rocket to spit combo. All of a sudden, you're like, oh, I just took 140 damage, and I can't see. And I'm burning.
It's that dinosaur-shaped blur.
Yeah.
All right, so Dewey gets the spawn on SSG, taking away armor. He's going to have, light machine gun ready for the dualies if necessary, but he's right back here on rocket launcher, keeping his back to it. And even with the Dire Orb in play, cha1n is not going to have an easy way to cross and go get it, but he went silent as well.
Oh, I like that.
Oh, here we go.
Yes.
Here we go. Neither of them have seen each other yet. Oh, did Dewey spot him?
This is just a Monday morning with old people speed walking at the mall. All right.
They're racing the walkers, yeah. All right. But
he holds the advantage. Whoever is standing there in the machine gun fight at LG, you hold the advantage because only your head is like barely peeking out, where like you can see their entire body at platform. So It's not recommended to stay in those machine gun fights too long if you're the guy at platform.
Oh, yeah. I like that little adjustment that dooi made, too, to avoid that rocket. Just hit the platform instead of dropping down a Mega immediately. So very little damage dealt out this round so far, minute in. Nice little anticipation on the heavy machine gun. But with 2 seconds to Mega, yeah, I mean, cha1n's there. doooi's a little bit late. He gets the damage off, but the Mega's still in play.
You're seeing a lot of respect from both. Oh,
Ooh,
until that
okay.
disrespect. What was that, dude? He should have popped dual wield and crushed him.
But
double
dooi,
shotgun or double rocket, like just gone ham.
He didn't get trapped there either. So
yeah,
doooi's still being really conservative. He's looking for this ideal moment to pop out the dualies.
Like the potential for burst from both champions is so great. I think that's why they're playing the way that they are, especially for dooi because he's down a map now as well.
Yeah, we'll remind him of that for sure. All right, but there's armor taken.
Okay.
Just yeah, grabbed. This is why I leave X-ray on. You see like how very narrowly people miss getting this kind of information.
But that was actually like very neat. Like he could see the armor and couldn't see.
Right.
You know.
Couldn't see cha1n's hand.
Yeah, and then as soon as he like peeked away and then peeked back, he saw it's gone. He knows the timing of it though.
Yeah.
Just from that small little angle. It's good information.
doooi's even leaving this Mega up. He wants the dually trap. He's got to be worried about the orb as well, so he's not going to go for it. Wussed out.
Yeah,
but
I think he didn't commit to dealing damage on Mega because then he was afraid he couldn't cut off at the heavy. That's why he kind of let it go for free and then looked to maintain high ground towards bridge.
It was a good hit for sure, though. But does that actually set anything up for the next one? Especially if he gets caught on this jump pad. He's not going to go for it. Coming back into Red Room, but it's called that for a reason, and he's not going to be sticking around long enough to find out if cha1n's chasing him.
Yeah, he's just going to have to keep... Like, he's been playing slow, and he's going to have to keep doing that for a bit. Yeah, we could see an all-in here. It looks like he's positioning for the heavy. Yeah, he has to respect that. He's only got 60 health, and there's the orb to deal with. Oh, he made the wrong...
Oh, okay. Almost got caught there, but he's going to be going right back into kind of the safety cubby. Back across mid. I mean, he doesn't have...
The thing, though, if cha1n jumps at the wrong angle and catches double LG, even though doooi's stack is a lot smaller right now, could totally... The dual wield can flip the tide.
The thing we see a lot, though, is that, you know, once you go dual LG, it's hard to actually get a beat on the guy. Oh, but he's trapped! That would have been a perfect moment, but he's just going for the cursory damage at the moment.
No. Actually, like, him popping dual wield there would have been him... The same thing. He would have just pushed him away out of range. So now he still has it. It's not one of those where he could stop him dead in his tracks or like pin him against a wall, you know. So it's actually good composure not to use that. Pretty much 99% of players would pop it in that instance.
I certainly would have. I mean, honestly, because I would have tried to knock him off the map. That would have been nice. But here we go. We got dooi. Just 100-100 here. cha1n has been controlling the items for so long, but without any frags, doooi's still really playing the slow game. 1 minute left on the clock. I mean, this is classic dooi.
He's playing for the one frag wins the round.
It comes down to that one situation. He doesn't want to gamble for it. Ironic compared to, you know, the Blood Covenant performance.
Mm-hmm. Well, maybe he's learned his lesson.
You know, that would be something.
Nice
you know.
damage.
Take one bad map, learn the lesson. All right, but that's going to be dooi just not actually getting cha1n down to a lethal amount of health.
Many hits after the
Oh, wow.
Oh, 5 HP.
Avoided the dire orb. He's back out of there, and there's that passive getting him back up to 25. But he's going to be looking for the health of the Boneyard. Fortunately for him, cha1n's not feeling all that great either, so they're both going to be looking to recover. 10 seconds to Mega. And dooi might have to let it go.
Oh, my God. Now, let's see here. He does have orb. Why did he go Galena? Why not go Clutch? Clutch is, like, faster and...
Wants a new round. And he's going to get it here in 3 seconds.
Yep.
Oh, he's going for a machine gun, though. All right, so...
Good job running away.
It's actually getting caught there up above the jump pad. It looked like he could have left a couple times there.
Round begins in 3, 2, 1.
All right, but into the next one here. Going to be following cha1n.
We see...
Going to spawn on Mega.
I wonder if this Galena changes on purpose. Sometimes, you know, on the last champ that you're playing, you're like thinking about what you should do the next round, and then you kind of forget to switch. So, we'll see.
dooi wouldn't do that.
We'll see. We'll see what happens, though.
I mean, honestly, I generally prefer Galena as a first champ, but that's a lot of LG that cha1n just took.
I agree.
dooi is pushing this forward. Whoa, this is so aggressive. But there it is.
Okay.
And thankfully, because of Galena, Dewey can recover fairly quickly.
Yeah, I agree with her being a first champ because she's not as good at chasing down frags.
No, if your opponent has inertia, then yeah, Galena's not going to stop them.
It's much, much more difficult.
But here's a Sorlag in real life. A flying dinosaur. It's an amazing thing.
Yep. And I think he only backed off from that fight because his totem wasn't going to be up. If he had totem, he probably would have held position.
Yeah. Certainly putting in a lot of damage. Chain's still going to get caught mid-map here.
Nice rockets.
2 perfect rockets. Puts Dewey solidly on this round.
Now if I'm Dewey...
I mean, you can kind of see the change in his movement immediately. Yeah. He's got a little bit more spring in his step here.
Keep him... You have the 2 totems up. Keep him at the mega side, which he's kind of failed at. But you keep him there so that then you get the 3 stack, and now you then effectively would have mega and heavy right next to each other for yourself. And so then you could go fight at mega and then fall back and then
like
win.
40% more health per health.
Exactly.
All right, but that'll tie it back up 1-1. I mean, Dewey's not out of it yet. And yeah, solid LG when he catches Chain. And the fact that he's got the drop on him twice in that round. It's kind of telling.
Yeah.
Maybe.
It was a very peculiar fight with Sorlag at LG to take all that damage.
Seems like at this point every fight with Sorlag would be a little bit peculiar. Like, really? How do I shoot you? Alright, so Dewey's gonna pick up the tri-bolt. Oh, look at good damage with it. Jeez.
Pop. And there's no armor anymore.
And it's the knockback too. Like it affects your movement so much.
Stop it, Chain. Stop. No.
It's like I just want out of here. I want off Mr. Bones' wild ride. All right, but Dewey's still going to be 100-100. There's the rocket jump, and that one might actually be doable, but where's the frag?
Oh, my God.
Did he,
no way.
Did he not have a hit scan to change to?
Oh,
jeez.
Wow. Dewey did the right thing. Dewey did do the right thing, but he goofed. Just no other way to put it. He goofed.
And Chain is actually just running away here. He didn't quite bait out that shield. Oh, wait, did I hear it? Yeah, I did.
Oh, yeah.
So now there's no shield, and yeah, Dewey's in trouble here.
Go fight this bad boy. Chase him down.
I mean, this is Chain's chance for sure. Oh, and Dewey's actually pushing it in, just eating all of that LG.
Machine gun switch. Get him.
Yep, there it is.
All right. Go get the health. Come back.
That's actually a little strange. I mean, Dewey is one of those players where once he's off of, you know, his cycle of the shield, he'll play really, really defensively in order to get it back up.
There, yeah, it was quite a bit.
A little bit of tilt. But Dewey's going to be down to his Blaskowitz.
And the thing was, Chain played the running, like the way he had to evade the shield situation perfectly. Like, he chose angles which Dewey would have to overcommit to get past and then come back. It's like, it was a never-ending chase. He wasn't going to catch up to him. And
there's always that option select of, you know, just the dire orb itself. Let's get a good angle on that, and there's no way Clutch is going to get you. Chain delaying the armor just a little bit.
If he's delaying it like that, it looks like he might... Oh, especially after that direct rocket. He might want to make an all-in attempt at this Mega. And if it doesn't work out, then... Yeah, so I think he wants to all-in at Mega, and if he dies, he makes BJ weak, and then he takes the Heavy off the spawn, and then has control back. And now he's going to get everything.
It's got to be sensing how reckless Dewey's being right now, but here he is. Oh,
and
he actually got popped through the teleporter. Yeah. And so again, Chain's able to knock Dewey out and completely negate that ability.
Machine gun, please. Guys. Machine gun is good. It has been good for a while.
The gun is good. But here's a trap here at the red room.
Switched.
Pretty classic,
Machine
but it's the LGs.
Oh my god.
He was feeling the pressure. He wanted to get out of there, but Mega's going to be back up. It's going to be a drop down, and Dewey actually gets away with it. Okay, now I'm on board with you. That was ridiculous, and Chain goes in for the dire orb, misses it.
So many missed opportunities from Chain to end that round. That is all Chain's fault. He gave away way too much ground too many times. Yeah, he was in good positions, but then never jumped the gun on the good choices. Just a little hesitant.
Oh, 40 damage on that rocket.
Oh no, is he
on
the map? Oh no!
What's the opposite of roof?
Linoleum.
Oh man, I mean, it's got to happen on Corrupted Keep from time to time.
The pits of despair.
Yeah. But hey, it's a clean break. He can recover from some of those mistakes and start playing properly again. And Dewey's got probably one of my favorite spawns on this map. He's not really overcommitting to it, though. He's waiting for the trap. Oh, my God. He doesn't even hit the ground. Absolutely melted.
That is cha1n's fault for not clearing corners with rockets.
Yeah.
One spam rocket would have saved all of that.
I don't know. There's something in this map where you think you get rocket and you can do whatever you want. But that nail gun spawn is the antithesis of that.
Yes.
And again, here against the Sorlag, she's going to be pretty easy to hit. It's going to be some pretty good spit damage. But he is whipping out all the dualies. Oh, nice.
And he's pushed Sorlag away to heavy, which is good for cha1n. Oh, he's in the lava.
Oh,
Gotta hit another rocket.
Get out of there.
Oh my goodness, he didn't. All it took was one good rocket, and that's that. But Dewey's still alive in this, and well, he's about to have dual wield again.
Yeah.
The only thing is if he gets caught out with rocket, which he did.
Just as you say it. Yep. It's going to be some good
and
shots
the
out
mega
of Dewey.
coming up, yeah.
But yeah, cha1n can recover here. So he's still in L in this round.
The only problem is his visor against clutch. Oh yeah, he's getting rushed down with. Run, boy, get drilled. Oh my God,
what?
That did 70 damage from there. What did I just witness?
Just the extra, extra caliber shotgun. It's all right.
That was
bigger pellet size.
He was still on like the top of the statue, and visor is like almost gone out the room, and he. Okay.
All right. cha1n actually using that to pressure. I mean, it's a readable orb.
Mega.
You do want to get on the rocket launcher, yeah, but it's really telegraphed at that point. Dewey had all the time in the world to react to that, and with the totem, I'm actually kind of surprised cha1n didn't get hurt from it.
Like, Dewey should be dead right now. That's another situation where cha1n has the advantage, and he didn't commit to the area. If he committed to the mega, that's a kill for him.
Yeah.
It's 1-0 for the final round of the second map, but now we're looking at 1-1 still. But mega is delayed, and he's trying to push in for it, which he should.
Trying to hang out. There it is.
Keep fighting, yeah.
cha1n is taking a little bit of extra health. I mean, he doesn't have an LG of his own.
Yeah.
I mean, pull out the shotgun. We've already seen what it can do, but these rockets are just whiffing.
What
cha1n whips out the orb, and there's the response from Dewey.
First of all, what was Dewey doing? Then second of all, what was that orb?
What are
like back to back, like. Yeah, I'll just fly in with rockets, and nothing bad will happen.
Oh,
nothing
nice
bad
attempt. That's heartbreaking. You can see that Sorlag wanted to launch.
Sorlag. It's only a matter of time.
Yeah. Where are you going to
Kobe!
go? Oh,
okay.
Not quite. Very close. But that totem's still going to be up there, and it's going to give Dewey the ability to overstack. So this is a lot of momentum to carry into this next frag. You can see he wants it. Now, so far, in both this map and the last one, in these situations, this is where Dewey does something ridiculous. But here, with the rocket locked down, I'm ready to eat my words, but Dewey's going to push this forward.
He knows he can't port.
Dewey not dropping down just yet. Okay, there.
No,
okay.
no.
How much health did you think he had?
He knows he can't port.
He might be, yeah, he's
lay down
go
the
through
totem. I would say lay down the totem and replace it. Get your stack right now. Get your stack so you can keep chasing. Please, think about it. think.
They can't actually hear you, cha1n.
I know.
Oh, what?
Oh, that's how it ends? That is... You spent all that time, cha1n, knowing that I can't go to the teleporter. I can't go to the teleporter. Oh, it's been a while, but I haven't taken out the totems.
It's not TDM, cha1n. Yeah.
Like...
Nobody else is going to clear it for you, but the double donk.
Danger.
All right, so Dewey's still in this. So, I mean, last month, it was a little bit of a 3-1. But was it correct to keep the 1? I don't know. I mean, this one was close. But Dewey is, once again, given the opportunity to play these games really slow. And first off, you've got to be able to not get frustrated at just that fact alone.
Yeah, and I think on the next maps, cha1n shouldn't really think of picking Sorlag. It didn't do much for him at all.
No.
Like
it was flashy.
Did he even get a frag?
I think the idea there was, you rocket jump off of Mega, and then you just zip and zoom, and you've got that full control. It's a very attractive and a very fun maneuver when you can pull it off, but so easy to throw a wrench into.
Yeah, I think especially like before, when you could do that off spawn, you'd have your stack. The light armors were worth less. If you do that chip damage and you keep taking control, it's harder for the opponent to then overwhelm you even with your hitbox. But now, like, if they just decide to back off and like concede that area and chip damage you, then they just keep restacking.
There's all that space to cover.
Yeah, it's really hard. Yeah, exactly. You got to keep RJing around, and it hurts. Eventually, like if you keep doing it, like.
Pro tips: RJing hurts. Man. All right, so next up it's going to be Awoken. So yeah, we are tied here on the maps at the very least. It's going to be good stuff. All right.
We saw Dooi willing to not play Visor here earlier.
Yeah.
Oh.
Dewey's got to take a leak.
Okay.
I mean, priorities, right?
And do what you got to do.
So on Awoken, again, I haven't seen Dooi duel on here too much. I mean, it's been getting a lot of favor in 2v2, obviously.
I've really been liking this map a lot.
Yeah.
2v2. I feel like it's the best 2v2 map, in my opinion. Just the way it flows, how it's played. It's very, very enjoyable. Duel, I haven't played it enough yet to really kind of give too much of a comment, like comparatively to 2v2 yet, like how it feels.
I mean, the same basic facts apply. Like, you have what is ostensibly kind of like a donut structure. Like, if I was being really uncharitable, I would
almost
say something like I was going to say Hidden Fortress, that, like, shrunk down. Yeah. But then you have, like, these blind 90-degree corners that Hidden Fortress didn't have.
Yeah, you have that, and you have, like, certain little angles across the map that you didn't have either. So, yeah. Like, through, well, I'd say through the map.
Right.
You know?
I mean, it's pretty long, like, from, you know, from lower, like, above heavy armor all the way down to the blind corner. Lots of options. Question is, all right, yeah, we're gonna have the Galena.
Yeah, Dooi is really favoring Galena.
I mean, you got to think about this though. Like, cha1n just got double dunked by a totem. Is he going to continue to fall for that?
Well, it looks like he is sticking with Blaskovitz, and cha1n not liking it so much.
Yeah.
cha1n sticking with the same comp he picked on Blood Covenant. See if he's successful here, but the thing is, all three of those champs are very good on this map as well. So I would say even on Blood Run you could play them, the Ranger Doom Visor picks, but I would say maybe, like, yeah, obviously we saw Corrupted. I don't think you can play them all, and Sarnath, I don't really value Doom that much on Sarnath. There's like not as much utility for
most of the verticality is you know, too vertical for him to really take advantage of.
Yeah, and I think the map is a little too open for him. Like, he can get railed easier and caught out with lightning gun or machine gun. Yeah,
no kidding. Especially now. So Dewey's going to get that LG spawn.
Yep, like
it's going to actually allow him to get a lot of pressure on that teleporter right away. And with this LG, he's just continuing the chase. cha1n is going to be super weak. Oh, no. Poor Dewey. He wanted it.
Yeah.
He saw it happening. But did cha1n not hear him there?
I guess not. That was very peculiar.
This is just Dewey chasing cha1n down and just getting all sorts of poke damage.
I wonder if we'll see him all in for... Yeah, you should see him all in for heavy here. cha1n smartly leaving as soon as he can. And he can't really hold for this Mega either. cha1n, very good job of understanding that he is totally out of control, that he could not fight for those items. Very, very well played to just evade long enough to get back.
And Dewey's more than happy to not engage whenever it's not perfectly ideal for him, which is, again, ironic saying that because of what happened in Blood Covenant, where he did exactly the opposite. But I do appreciate when Dewey goes for the slow plays, not because he's wanting to just like slow the game down, but he's looking for that perfect trap. And then, you know, when it's time to commit, he generally does an all right job. But he's kind of sticking himself back here in the corner. cha1n knows what side of the map he's on. And Dewey's not really making anything happen here.
Yeah, he's just holding ground, and I think you're going to have to see Doom try to attack from Rocket's side instead. Oh, he's finally getting it a rail. It was a risky fight. And it's actually where Dewey was standing is very dangerous because one rocket can knock you off the back of the rail.
But it's a 3 plays on the jump pad. He's able to run away with it, though. That does give the Mega back over to Dewey, so he's going to have a good stack here. cha1n not so much, and there's the rail,
Yep, chose left when he should have chose right.
Boom goes the dynamite. All right, but again, all this initial LG here, cha1n's still able to get away. Dewey didn't get that rail off. It's like, one pixel too little. Nice.
Yeah, cha1n used sight there just to secure rockets, which is good.
Alright, so with dooi maintaining his control of Mega, cha1n's going to be, yeah, just spamming off some corners, being really loud about his position, but that's not really the biggest thing for dooi right now. He's looking for these rail angles, and that's what cha1n is denying him. But at least cha1n's going to have a rail of his own. dooi trying to be very quiet.
Yeah, cha1n he's a little lacking on the stack department. He just fixed that. And now he needs to go back to like rail or something.
If you got a little bit of damage off that rocket, it would have been great information. But as it stands, they're going to be trading rails as dooi takes away that Mega.
He could see the little shine on the faceplate, so he knew I have to stop peeking.
Yeah.
Like he's using sight. This is not a good trade anymore. It's a very good decision to get out of there. And now he's back to holding this because cha1n has to come to him. So, and with this stack, it's very difficult to, with Visor, to push through here. Like if he was Ranger right now, he could potentially use the orb to RJ and turn it, and like use the orb with it to turn the fight around or get entry. With Visor, it's a little more linear.
Yeah, but to his credit, I mean, dooi didn't quite get that rail out, and now cha1n is looking for a few shots of his own. He's really starting to turn with the pressure, but what did I say about those totems? Oh, but he still got the last rocket frag.
So much splash damage.
Yeah. Dang. All right.
Uh-oh, this is not good.
Yeah, cha1n's in a bad spot. We saw what... Where did he... What?
He just went sky high.
Okay. Launched.
Okay. That's all right. cha1n should be able to get this Mega Health. Yep. And he has Orb. And he has LG.
I mean, specifically here in this round, doooi's LG has been stupid. Like, he's able to chase with the LG off of pretty much every spawn and take a good chunk off of cha1n, which is what sets up the pacing for the entire rest of the round.
Yeah, we've seen as he's played Galena, like, I'm very surprised he's getting the advantages he is off the start. I feel like the other champs should be able to nullify some of what she does, but just hold ground, yeah.
Yep. I was going to say, if he dies, but he's still got that totem as a backup. It's a relatively safe play when you're a Galena.
What?
Whoa.
What was that?
What? So that can happen.
Okay, that's a thing now? All right. Okay.
I think we're going to be hearing about that from Michael later.
Well, it depends on how the finals goes.
Well,
the rest of the set.
I think we're going to hear about it anyway. All right, so Orange's going to be up. cha1n's looking both ways to make sure it's safe to get that grab. Traded off the Mega with...
And that pad against Blasco is so dangerous. Double LG, like, just boosts you off.
Yeah. So cha1n just took the one rail and then got the hell out of dodge. Didn't want to deal with that double shaft.
Yep, he needs to just focus on holding... Speaking for cha1n, yeah, he needs to hold middle ground, hold tight position, look for rocket fights or rail fights. He cannot be taking LG or machine gun like in the open fights against Blaskovitz. Just the way that Doom is designed.
And the way that doooi's LG's been this map.
Yeah, agreed.
All right, so cha1n throwing off a little bit of a... I wouldn't even call that rocket misdirection. Like, it's going to be a pretty easy read, but dooi still manages to get the drop and the grab, coming up the jump pad even, taking no damage. No, he's stuck in the corner. He's got nowhere to go. It's good rails, but good night to cha1n.
Punched and ran away. He might have been able to get away.
That's how I was raised.
Little hit and run action.
Yeah.
Yeah. But now he can't use that ability. It's gone. He's dead. So.
Nice little juke there, but it's going to be, yep, like you were saying, the Dire Orb, but it's going to be faked out and early anyway, so was that a triple cross? But doooi's still going to come through the TP. Not putting the pressure back on, just wanted to make sure he's got some cells back in that LG.
Yeah, he had the good position, and it was a good fight to take, but he miscounted his lightning gun ammo, and as soon as he would have lit him up, he was like, oh shit, I don't have any. And so then he had to give up both items, actually. It went from what could have potentially been a frag if he was paying it like a little more attention to his ammo stock to giving up control.
And he's only hitting like once in a while with these rails, not quite as consistent as he was. He's still looking for the relatively close range fight for the LG. He's not going to come with this jump pad. He's not going to do it. He hears you stomping around. That's going to be a free Mega. But where is cha1n going to go after this? It's going to be played through the TP. But he's still 8 seconds off of his orb, so he's going to go into cool running here.
I like how he delayed the pickup
of
the item.
That's a nice initial rail there from Dewey, but he's looking for a linear way to chase. It's going to be tough, but there's the dually LG to finish off the round, 2-0.
Looking really good from Michael right now.
Yeah.
He's playing this very, very solidly.
I mean, even the damage that cha1n was getting off, I mean, he wasn't really initiating those fights. He was reacting well, but Dewey was in charge of that pace.
Yeah, Dewey's not giving him the rail angles Dramas gave him, you know, when we saw that in the semis.
Nice. And again, this initial LG, you're totally right. Like, he cannot take these fights, especially if he doesn't have an LG.
Yep.
That's kind of an important factor.
Like when he started Ranger there, like why not? Why not go towards nail that time? If you need to, throw the orb to the LG like through the crack.
Yep.
Just have it ready. There, he just went all in instead of.
I mean, the mutual's worthwhile right now. I mean, it's sad for Dewey to lose his Galena. I'm sure he's heartbroken, but it still puts him one frag away from taking the map and taking the map lead in the best-of-5 finals.
Yeah. Let's see. Oh, it's so dangerous. Well, now that he heard the the telly, he can know that he can go over to Mega, and it's a decent stack.
It's a decent delay as well, so it's what, like 12 seconds between them. So cha1n.
Thing is, I know BJ's got dual wield, but if I were him, I would want to try to make a fight here happen. This is actually like a very good chance for him to get a kill, or to get a kill within the next minute. He gave up heavy though.
Well, I mean, at least he's got to be able to see what's coming at him with those 2 LGs. Back through the teleport, it's going to be baited out by Dewey.
Yeah, I would have loved to have seen him like all in a little earlier because he had such a stack that he could have fought for it a little before heavy, and then hopefully gotten the kill, got the heavy, and then that's last champion that he could withstand being out of control for like 30 seconds and then have a nice chance. But now he has no control. He's still down an extra champ,
and again, every time cha1n wants to push on a corner, like Dewey is already, you know, firing it. He's already got the plasma spam off. And even with the piercing sight, cha1n just isn't getting these rail opportunities. That rocket didn't connect, finally a rail. And we hear a scream, but Dewey's actually not all that bad off.
I don't know why it screamed there. Like, he was really healthy. It's bizarre.
It's next level for Blazkowicz. He's actually faking the screams.
Nice combo.
Jeez. But Dewey keeps coming back in for more. He's got plenty of health left. That's going to give Dewey a lot of information on cha1n's movements here. Armor's going to be back up. We heard the spawn. Dewey's not quite looking at it anymore. He's got the sightline on it now. But cha1n is actually wanting to get the drop on him, force him through the teleporter. Unfortunately, this is going to force him to the armor.
Wow. Wow.
I wanted my opponent to go get that armor. It was merely a ruse.
Oh. These narrow misses.
Oh, jeez, all right. Now it's
he might
starting
think
to
he's
look
weaker
like it's
than
worthwhile.
he is with that scream. Like,
yeah.
Why is he screaming when he's not weak? That I don't understand. That must be a bug right now.
It's just deception. It's just, you know, ninja tactics.
New passive?
Yeah. New passive screaming. All right, so cha1n is looking for this last rail, and he's really starting to turn these shots up, but they're both railable at this point.
Not anymore.
All right. Yeah, I love that passive, by the way, the actual passive for BJ.
Yeah, the healing.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Time your 25 pickups right, and it's just health all day. The blood in Blood Covenant and Blood Run. All right, so cha1n taking top T. T-time or not, he's ready for this rocket fight, but Dewey's not giving it to him. And we know that Dewey's more than willing to burn off a minute and a half.
Yep.
For one frag.
Nice shot. Like another one. Oh, just getting dual-wielded. And we're just going to back off again and repeat the cycle. He's going to have to hopefully get the armor at T here.
Oh!
It's not happening.
Messy. All right, and Dewey finds him. That's not what cha1n wanted. That's going to be 3-0, so a really good awoke and like really decisive from Dewey.
Yeah. Really, really well played. With all the champs that he was on. He played very, very well.
Didn't have to visor up too much, but that means that we're going to be going into a 4th map. You think it could happen?
Can we get to the 5th?
Could it possibly happen? Could we get Ruins? That'd be something.
That's what I'm hoping for.
Yeah.
I know Michael's not. He's wanting to win it now. But
yeah, obviously.
What
be quite the turnaround to go from 1-3 to 3-1. Yeah. So yeah, it will be Blood Run up next, and yeah, champ selections are going to be vital here as well. Not sure if they're going to be looking for a bit of a breather, but you know.
Will we get Keel or not? Finally, that's what I'm looking for. I'm really thinking he should be played right now, but we'll see what they think.
Last patch, Dewey was playing a bit of Keel. I don't know. It's too soon to tell. But you're right. Like the potential to have Tri-Bolt and the grenades.
Yeah, Tri-Bolt, grenades.
You're not getting that
man,
armor.
Like,
yeah.
It's so hard to push him, and he's actually got like shifty movement in his dodging. So it's like he's got a huge stack, and the fact that he can move a little faster now and cut, you know, close the gap, like to actually catch up to people with rocket jumps and other things like that. Like he's really hard to deal with. At least it feels that way to me, anyway, from what I've experienced so far.
Well, let's see if they stick with the norm or kind of do things a little bit differently in Blood Run. It's going to be the fourth and potential final map
Dewey
here.
to play. He's been favoring Galena almost all day.
Yeah,
I expect him to.
I mean,
keep it going.
It's really like positive reinforcement once you hear that dunk. Yeah. And we did see cha1n take some serious damage from the totem on the the one teleporter. It's the only one he can take the damage on. Oh, there's your Keel. All right, cool. You got it.
Now, will he start Keel or will he use him as a secondary champion? That's the question.
I mean, there's no opposing clutch.
If I were him though, I would out of all these, I would start Visor for cha1n. Start Visor against the lineups that Dewey has and go from there. Because I think Keel is alright. I mean, Doom is alright against Keel, like potential of double jumping over grenades and making that hard to hit and being shifty. But Ranger is like, I think Ranger is like just as easy to hit as Keel, honestly, sometimes. And yeah, it can get pretty punished.
Thighs.
And to try to like, if you go all in and you fail and you just get bursted with grenades, it's like
there. It's the finger point.
Yeah.
All right, well there he is. Yeah, Dewey making sure to show him off. Green as always, but Dewey is on match point here for the grand final. Quake Open League North American Playoffs Season 2 of several. I mean, but Dewey is wanting to finally get his stake here, but he's ready for this plasma once again.
Why did he not fire a grenade at the same time? Like the two best weapons to
be at that range,
Yeah, nail gun and LG, like you can shoot nades at the same time. As long as like your ability key isn't near one of your like dodging keys, which forces you to like not move right while you're pressing it or whatever. That's actually why I personally changed what my ability key is, so that for champions like him and Ranger.
Yeah, it'll surprise you. As soon as people realize that you can dodge right and fire grenades at the same time, it's a game changer.
Yeah, and it's just instant. You don't have to have a delay thinking about it. You just pretty much animation canceling at its finest.
Just free damage. I mean, you kind of have to manage the range, right? But the fact that he's kind of got this evergreen recharge on the grenades, if you're kind of conservative with them, it's always available. It's just a constant threat. But 1 minute knocked off, and in true Dewey Blood Run fashion, there hasn't been a frag on the board just yet. I mean, cha1n is willing to play this kind of game that Dewey wants to, but only for so long. Dewey wondering why he didn't get more damage out of that fight, but he's like, hey, free armor, free Mega. In fact, Mega's going to be up, but Dewey's going for the attack on the recovery room, but now he's actually got to, like, circle back around. And cha1n didn't drop down the jump pad either, so Dewey still gets a free Mega here.
That was almost 50 damage from that Tri-Bolt. Just a quick little flick up to spam there. It's so hard to come out of that hallway now. With nail spam and Tri-Bolt spam. It's like Dewey just wants to hold the center of the map as long as he can.
That's a good reason to have that clutch. Oh, okay. No real finisher there, but cha1n was railable. So Dewey's going to be looking for the response, but actually, yeah, cha1n went through TP. Yep. Mega's going to be back up. We hear the small armor taken. I'm sure Dewey did as well.
Just look at the stack he's about to have. Just
daring him to
320. Like, I'm scared for cha1n. That's a lot. That's a lot to get through.
Well, the one rail is certainly going to start things off, but Dewey's more than happy to wait here.
And now this is such a good room for Keel.
Yeah.
He wants to fight close quarters anyway, and there's the armor here for 50, and look at his armor stack, 150 compared to the other champs.
The stream is still live, I assure you. Yeah.
And, and there's all the health over there. There's 75 total health that now comes up every 15 seconds. So if you're in trouble this Keel, like, it's a great room to go to slow it down and try to catch an impatient opponent.
And, I mean, he must have listened to you because he is loving this Tri-Bolt.
Yep.
but still not a whole lot of damage dealt out. But this corner just asks for the damage. He only fires off 2 grenades, but I think one of the things that also changed is that it's a lot easier to hurt yourself with your own grenades now. So
look at that. Collected 100 total.
Yeah.
Actually, 125 total of health/armor. And he was at 6. He was on thin. Should have been over.
The fact that nobody died there is a bit of a miracle. Dewey didn't go for a rail there either. That would have been actually really dangerous to eat one. But cha1n's going to have a great stack. Dewey's looking for the trap, though, as always. And they might walk around this corner. Dewey doesn't peek out just yet.
He doesn't know.
Oh!
Nice.
Okay. Didn't quite get the orb, but the rocket is a solid follow-up. That'll open the gates here, and that means that Dewey's got to start putting the pace back together. Well, and a BJ is a good way to do that.
No.
Why is cha1n peeking?
Just hold the corner. He has LG.
Yeah. But that means that with 1 minute left, cha1n might have to pull a Dewey and burn the clock.
It's a little more difficult to cut Blaskovitz off at health because the blood that he can use to reactivate his passive and, you know, just his passive in general, sometimes it makes it so that he doesn't need to go. And where you, like, put yourself out to go catch him, he's not there. He's off getting other items.
And that Mega is just about completely negated as we've got the dualies back up for BJ.
I like this. He's going. He sees he's low on rockets, and he's going back to get that. And it's a good defensive position on the map. They're about even now, though. He's not careful.
Oof. But yeah, it comes down to these attrition rails. cha1n's going to be keeping top at the moment. Not really poking out to mid just yet. Just
he needs to keep cha1n to win this round. He needs to keep himself in position to use the orb to get away.
Yeah.
Very nice move. Super stacked. Run this way.
I mean, but distance is the more dangerous thing here. Like, stack or not. Like, if Dewey gets close.
Oh.
Oof. Really, really close one.
One wrong, one wrong bolt and he gets pinned and it's over, man. He's like, you just gotta run. Run and fire, like, while you have speed. Just turn back and then turn back around.
All right, but are we going to be seeing Dewey start off on the keel again? Yeah, I mean, it was a solid play. I mean, just losing the keel came down to a couple bad shots. But cha1n is going to have that armor at the very least. And that Tri-Bolt is doing a lot of work here.
Oh,
and there's the orb.
Telefrag.
Even better, the Mega is left over at the tail end of it. So Dewey's going to be out everything at this point except a rocket launcher. All right, I like this rocket jump. No rail out of cha1n, though.
It's a good read. Just misexecuted a little bit.
Yeah, so Dewey's going to put himself back in the timeout room. He's taking away a little bit of armor, but like you said, that corner, it's a
look
lot
at all
of
the
damage
damage
here.
he just took. He might lose his life here.
He's looking for the rail. They're both baiting it. They're both
I'd
peeking
love
it.
if he. Oh, I actually would have loved if he would have orbed up there.
Yeah.
Orbed, and then he has like the angle still, so that there's no escape.
Taking some real initiative.
Nice job denying. Do it. Do it. Come on. Do it.
Oh, but he walks right into a ton of plasma. He's trying to get this rocket off. It's actually a well-placed rocket.
To rocket jump, then orb. Like rocket jump, shoot, orb. Like you give, even if you get knocked back, the orb is gonna carry you through anyway.
You should really sign up for one of these or something.
Maybe I will.
Yeah. All right, so armor's gonna be back up. Mega at the same time. They're gonna be resynced here. But with Dewey on a clutch, yeah, he's going to try to RJ up for this armor and doesn't quite get the grab. Nice denial from cha1n, but Dewey's still going to be dangerous on his mining laser. Not dangerous enough to take the round.
Yeah, just a mishap with movement from Dewey there. You can with clutch to, like, you get a little boost off your dash, and so you RJ dash and you can get up there to the heavy like that, but you just messed up just a little bit.
All right, but we've got cha1n still on the Ranger, which is a great first pick here on Blood Run. And Dewey's actually switching over to BJ first. And with that die orb out, I mean, Dewey's at least got, well, machine gun. And Tri-Bolt. I mean, double Tri-Bolt up there could be really dangerous.
Uh-oh, like right now?
Yep.
Needs to use?
Oh, but a great rocket out of cha1n. They're both going to be running away.
Okay, 50 health. He'll just stay at blood and heal up. No, what are you doing? You know he's going to be there. What? Okay, he knows. Yeah, see, he knows he's not at the other blood. He's got to be there. Okay, he's full control. Dewey is in big trouble.
Yep, but cha1n's got to find him, and that's been...
there
he is. There he is. Found him. But he's going to be backing off using that Tri-Bolt defensively.
Now he needs to steal all the armor again. Take this and go to the other one. Keep Dewey at 100 and nothing.
Here's the thing. Dewey loves these slower games. And if he's forced to by chain
Heavy's
shots.
first. Right now.
But Chain's thinking that Dewey might go for it.
I think he thinks Dewey has armor.
Huh.
Doesn't. Oh.
That turns it all back around. So all that damage that Chain did, just washing down the drain. Mega's going to be up. It's going to be there for Dewey to take. And even the Heavy's not even in Chain's hands anymore. But these rockets, that's a lot of damage.
When in doubt, though, just take the Mega.
Yep.
Don't orb up if you're like afraid he's going to trap you. Nice shots.
Nice rail.
I like this fake.
He's not even going to go through the recovery room. Yeah, he's going to be right back down
kill
here.
him.
Oh, he can eat a rail, though. Whoa, that response.
Trouble.
What a great flick rail.
He heard the telly, pushed the Mega. Dewey doing a good job staying alive. He has been like a candle burning at both ends here so far, and he's somehow still going.
So Chain back into mid. A little bit of time before items come back up, but we've got a drop from Dewey. He's actually, yeah, again, making this room kind of his home, and Chain's got to, you know, just by process of elimination.
He's doing what he did the first. Oh, I thought he was gonna go.
Chain's acting like he's not the ranger in this situation.
Pick up the tri-bolt. It has been 2 minutes and 25 seconds, and you don't have the tri-bolt, and you've had control.
It's been smoked out the other side, but that rocket is actually going to give Chain's position away. So Dewey actually got a lot more information out of that exchange. But items are items.
Oh. Now he gets it.
It was in his way. But Chain took no damage in that exchange. Dewey's still absorbing a lot of rails, but yeah, now he can defend this corner with Tri-Bolt. Could go double if Chain gets over commitment.
That's a good try. Like,
yeah.
He got all the armor back there. Uh-oh.
Dang. These rockets from Chain, though. Doesn't commit to the dire orb.
Yes, good
leaves
job
Mega.
not committing.
Oh, but yeah, you heard that drop and immediately was ready for that attack.
I think Dewey will go up. Trouble jumping there? Dewey will go. He went.
It's a tough room, all right?
Instead.
So I would love to see DM2 come into Quake Champions, have that lava jump. Be nice.
What's the over/under on overtime? And then what's the over/under on another overtime?
I don't know. Ask Chance. Jeez. That was all Chance's fault, too. All right, but, I mean, usually we see these kind of overtimes with, like, a Nyx or somebody in play. Somebody who actually has an ability that can just, like, flat out stop a fight dead in its tracks. But these guys are just taking this long because, I mean, they have a lot of respect for each other's aim, but there's also some fear of, you know, how good Chain can be with his orb and how deadly 2 LGs can be.
Yeah, and part of it has been the passive of Blauskovitz has kept him in.
Yeah.
A couple times. You look at that double. Oh my god, get the out. Oh my god!
What?
What just happened? Holy shit.
You were waiting for it. Finally got it. That's going to open the doors on this, but Dewey?
That feels so unfair. There was like no contest, and he just stuck there in the corner.
I mean, traditionally, that's what that corner's there for.
Yeah, but like that? Not like this.
Not like this.
Yeah.
All right, but that means that 30 seconds, Chain's got to go crazy, and yeah, he goes Doomguy instead of Visor, which is actually, I think, a little bit. Whoa! Okay.
Nice.
All right. Now he's got the Visor, so at least he can pop the piercing sight. Find Dewey, but he's got to have the weaponry for it, and Dewey's still got a great stack. Here's the plus back and a 100 damage rocket. That will make things more than over. Oh, nice.
Hopefully, for Chain's sake and all of ours, because I assume chat wants to see map 5. I hope he doesn't tilt from that. He's been playing so well so far on this map. Don't let that one little thing get away. Because all he has to do is win one more round.
It's the slow stuff. I mean, it could really grind you down. All right, but Dewey's going to be right back on BJ.
I don't know if I agree with this starting shotgun start on this map. Like there, he could have cessed him down with machine gun if he had it and like forced him to go use dire orb or go for other armor. But instead, he just did like one pelt.
But in a situation, if you both like, you know, orb each other or get really close up on that Mega.
Dude, that's why I want that double barrel shotgun right now.
Yeah.
With BJ, like.
Got the rail. Really looking for the shot, and of course they're going to trade. Ooh, and they both actually double back around. It was a fake on the jump pad. It was a fake on the teleporter. But Dewey still got the better end of it. It's a little bit early on this.
Some trouble.
Yo, dude, the Easter event is over. Quit trying to hatch an egg. Alright, so 15 seconds to Mega. And Dewey's again going silent running. With cha1n actually down below in the blood pool.
Yeah, cha1n's got to do what Dewey did the last round. He's got to play really safe, play for the light armors, and then look for a mistake. Or just win a nice rail fight. He's probably not going to get... Like, Dewey's not going to allow him close enough for, like, a rocket orb combo, is my guess.
Oof.
Yeah, it'll come down to stuff like this. We'll need to, like, string more together.
Yeah, you need to count every time that it's not a trade with these rails, which is actually, you know, the least common thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but Dewey's just daring cha1n to show up in this room. And again, I assure you, the stream is live. So Dewey doesn't have a great stack here. Oh, I would have loved that. Get a little bit of damage from the tri-bolt from below.
Yeah.
But through the TP, Dewey's looking for the rail opportunity, and yeah, he had a good read on that.
Yeah,
good damage.
heavy is off limits from cha1n for a while. You cannot afford to get dual wielded down with LG and get pinned on it.
Oh, but he's going to get caught out. Oh, Dewey shot his rocket off a little bit too early. Probably heard the footsteps too, but cha1n looked ready to enter in that room. He's still here too.
Yeah, he doesn't need the armor though. He's at like, looking at that, looks like
there's nothing for him to get. Like everything's gone. It's just a toll room at this point. But Dewey got one more rail off, and he's just using that to maintain control. So again, he's not looking too overly preoccupied with getting the frag, just maintaining control.
Mm-hmm.
And at the same time, like, cha1n just has not been pushing in.
He can't, though. Like, Dewey's doing such a great job at cutting him off.
Yeah.
And anytime cha1n's trying to get the first shot, like, the only thing we've seen is the one rail when Dewey was, like, flying across tri-bolt. Otherwise, Dewey has been hitting him first, predicting where he is, and exuding his control to the limit.
Oof. But there's another rail from cha1n that's unanswered by Dewey.
Still so stacked.
It's not going to keep him from screaming, I guess. Is it only on Awoken?
I don't know. Or maybe it's because we're in Laskovic's point of view. Maybe it's
okay, maybe, yeah.
visual bug.
I mean, it would be a great bug.
I mean, everybody loves
just screaming all the time. Yeah. All right, but there's Mega, and again, cha1n's not showing up. He did take a lot of damage in that last fight, so unfortunately, he's got to reset his plans a little bit. It's going to buy him, or cost him rather, a lot more time.
See if they meet here. Don't go for the heavy cha1n. Don't do it. I know you
like
want to.
A classic setup here.
Backed off.
But it's also dangerous for Dewey. I mean, that dire orb in that corner could just wreck him. Dewey's got to know that. He's done it to so many people. Cheeky. All right. That's going to give him like a comfortable amount of time to get both. Blood Run's interesting that way because if you can get the cycle from armor to mega, you don't need that much of a gap, and in fact, a gap is more risky.
Oh god, oh god, oh god, oh god.
Just trying to push in that last rocket.
All it took was that one rocket.
All right, what were you asking about how many overtimes?
I mean, we'll see.
Because cha1n almost got trapped here, but now he's able to break back out. He can take away 50 health, no problem.
But the armors are gone.
Yeah.
Man,
but
like you like to say, he's on.
If Dewey just leaves him there, that armor will come back, and Dewey's going to be well stacked up, but cha1n is going to have just enough health to avoid these fights again.
He's definitely at poverty level right now, like you like to say. It's very true. The thing is, Dewey's not allowing him to get trapped, himself to get trapped at heavy or at mega. Like, he's doing a great job protecting his own angles, but I think he needs to... He's been dealing so much damage. He needs to just believe in himself a little bit and go in. He has to win this round.
It's hard to, say believe in yourself when you know that, no matter what your stack is, that dire orb is still a factor.
Yep.
So he respects it. He invented it.
He did die to one earlier. That's right.
Exactly. Yep. So right now, Dewey certainly wants to bait that orb, and then maybe he'll grow up here. Orbs for orbs. All right, but armor's coming back up.
One ball is dropped.
Exactly. Yeah. It's the other shoe. But this mega could actually go to cha1n?
No.
I mean, Dewey's got to be aware of that. I mean, cha1n's positioning there to Dewey's point of view was a little bit ambiguous. He could have been down there. he didn't have information telling him
I think
otherwise.
he's relying on the fact that cha1n is going to be respectful, since cha1n has been getting kind of hammered.
Once he's scared.
Yeah.
And that was a solid rail as well. Might actually, well, yeah, cha1n did the right thing, looking both ways before crossing that street.
Yep, it was good. Oh, nice steal.
Okay.
Actually.
And that certainly does open things up, along with those rails. I mean, again, where did that stack go? And Mega's gonna be back up and just.
Oh, wait! I didn't.
Wow!
I didn't understand where the orb went either. What just happened?
I thought he was gonna be dropping.
I thought he was going to come through where the teleporter exits. Like, that's where it sounded like to me. I'd love to have seen that from cha1n's point of view, how he pulled that off. Like, where it actually
Let's have to play
came
back
from.
the demo.
Yeah, if only. Maybe someday.
But, geez, that is going to put us, finally, into map 5, guys. So we're finally getting ourselves Ruins of Sarnath. You got your wish, Rafa.
Yeah, they're probably pissed I got my wish, but... well, cha1n's not, but... Yeah. Wow. Talk about complete patience. Like, he was just getting railed time after time after time. Constantly having to, like, be in a nervous position of, if I go the one wrong way, Blazkowicz is going to dual wield and I'm just dead. Like, Dire Orb won't save me. It's just, it's over.
But there were two things happening in that frag. One was Dewey had a poor read. But at the same time, Brick recognized that that was a possibility. He thought he had an actual opportunity. That was the first time he actually aggressed in, 6 minutes.
Yeah, yeah. On the one read where like he knew Heavy was up and he dealt the damage before that fight was such a good understanding of this is the time. Like he'd been playing so scared, but he knew like this is my chance, and he made the most of it. And like I said, I still don't know how he used the Dire Orb to deceive him there. So he deceived us all.
Yeah, I had no idea he was back there. I jumped a bit. But Ruins of Sarnath coming up. It's going to be map 5, the final map of the grand final of
Anarchy
QOL.
or no anarchy? That is the question.
That is the question.
Or Slash. Slash on Sarnath is like the smoothest map for her to like fly around, and when she gets that stack, it's pretty good.
All right, looks like they're not taking any breaks. Well, right, where Dewey is. Gotta, by that point, a bigger bladder.
Can somebody else take a piss for him? Let him go.
Piss by proxy, yeah. All right, but yeah, I mean, we've been theory crafting about how this map could play out for a while here. I think Dewey's got to be cautious if he wants to go for the BJ play again. There's a lot of room for error.
Visor will be a for sure pick for both sides, just because of the amount of vials, the way the map is designed.
So much room to cover, yeah.
Yeah, I could see Dewey picking Galena. cha1n is also good with Galena, but he hasn't been playing her at all today. He's been playing the whole Ranger, Visor, and Doom kind of style, and Nyx a little bit earlier, which Nyx wouldn't necessarily be a bad pick on this map
actually
either.
It'll be great.
So, because of all the nice little tricks she can do with wall jumping and whatnot.
Do you think Galena and Nyx would be viable?
Like for
one
if
or
like
the other.
Dewey picked?
Yeah.
Well, I think if you run those two, you're forcing yourself to run Visor, because just in case the other player is, you don't want to leave like the potential of just hoping you win the Nyx Visor matchup, So, but Nyx in a way can be good. Like if she uses her Invis against a Galena to break the totems sometimes, like in fights, and especially like let's say you get in a fight, you fire the rocket, and you know Galena's about to lay the totem down. Just Invis right away and stand on it so she can't get the healing, and then you chase her down. And then what can she do?
Well, how about this? How many angles does Peeker really help out on?
Oh, Peeker could be a good pick here too. It just you could. There's so many places you can hide and just scout. Like if you're out of control, then you can figure out and know where they're at, and then you plan your next move.
All right, but we're about to find out. Oh, okay, he does go for the BJ though. Okay. Chin stroking. But yeah, Visor Ranger. Galena, is it going to be a Nyx? I mean... Or is Dewey himself wondering like, oh, crap.
Anarchy felt alright to me, but...
I don't know.
Let's see if he's comfortable or not with
Alright, Visor.
Nope,
the
Visor.
Safe pick.
Yeah.
And the Doom guy. Okay.
Why the Doom? I feel there's other picks that can be made, but...
Yeah. I mean, being able to just cover more ground here certainly does help.
The only thing is, like, if they get in a fight at heavy and he's, like, double jumping If it's a fight at heavy and it's with rockets, then Doom is very good down there. But it seems like most players have gotten out of improperly fighting down there when they shouldn't. Like, they leave themselves escape routes. They use rail more, and
there is some evolution that's just born of, you know, dying a lot. You do learn eventually, hopefully at least. All right. So, yeah, Blazkowicz here. I mean, Dewey's got to feel confident, but this is the final map of the grand final. So good luck to both of them. Dewey's going to get not my favorite spawn. Not my least favorite spawn, but not my favorite spawn. It means that, yeah, potentially the opponent that spawns rocket launcher side can put pressure on rail immediately.
Yep. It's kind of rough. That's why it's sometimes safer to take that and go nail pad, and then just go nail and then get top of the map and figure out where to go from there.
And, you know, months back when, you know, players like Dewey were doing these, like, really slow plays, it raised a few eyebrows. But now where, you know, players know how to aggress certain specific points off of very specific spawns, being able to disrupt that and even take advantage of it is a big deal.
Definitely agree. Right now, he's gonna see him collide here at T.
Oof. Wow, that's a lot of free damage. But the rail from cha1n, holy crap! Okay,
dude, he must have hit him right on the alfalfa here.
Yeah,
He should have combed it down this morning.
Well, I mean, that's how the alfalfa hair works. It just
it never stays down. Yeah, that's true. Don't, get out of there. Don't fight nail with rail there.
Doesn't want his face full of balls there. So armor's gonna be coming back up.
What is this?
Whoa,
with
the rocket. Okay.
Strong emotional play? Please don't. It's the last map of the final.
I mean, how could Dewey not see that coming? He's playing Visor.
You tell me. I know I should be telling you, but you tell me.
All right, but cha1n's gonna have a great stack. He's just looking and listening, finding out whether or not Dewey's going to go through TP.
He's about to have sight.
Ooh, I was going to say, I thought like right when cha1n turned, you saw Dewey actually like
nice
juke
shot.
off to the right. But yeah, cha1n just turns around. You startled the witch. Oh, cha1n's worried about the totem, but where did he even go?
I don't. Maybe he threw it down.
Maybe.
That should be the round.
Yeah.
Just switch to a decent gun. Yes. Decent meaning LG or machine gun in that case.
Totally. How anticlimactic would it be for cha1n to 3-0 this?
It'd be very anticlimactic, and I think Dewey would be very, very disappointed.
Yeah.
2, 1.
It's got to stop having that happen, but here we go. Dewey's going to be on the BJ. cha1n's actually going to get a great spawn. Like, you can defend rail, you can put pressure on LG.
Rail.
It used to be, you know, kind of the other way around, but the way people are playing it now.
And now, I actually would have loved to have seen him hold middle position, knowing that he's the one that picked up heavy, that BJ has to go for armor. He could have, like, that one rail right there, he could have had two. Like, he could have caught him at an armor and then potentially finished him off. But now we'll probably see a split of the items and even stacks here in a couple seconds.
Yeah, it's nothing really for cha1n to gain as Dewey goes to get that mega.
And he's afraid to go up the pad because guess who might be on the other side?
Yep.
And don't even need LG.
I mean, you
Dual
know that
nail gun?
Dewey wants the cubby armor. In fact, the other small armor's up, and it's going to be baited here.
Oh, he just preferred.
This makes this map even more dangerous in this patch because that armor is actually like really useful, but it's still in such a dangerous spot.
Oh, the blinding sun.
Yeah.
Ay. I'll stare at the sun, kids.
It's not too bright. All right, so cha1n is going to be fending off against Dewey here, but Dewey's just going to RJ back out. You saw the shadow, right? Like, change your lighting settings.
That's a good RJ.
All right.
If he didn't take the RJ, he might have missed out on the mega itself.
That does mean like a 12-second difference between armor and mega, though.
Yeah.
And Dewey knows that armor's first.
There's going to be a game of chicken here. Either they all in for this item or like he completely gives it up to Dewey.
Well, that first rail's not going to be a great precedent for cha1n. He might have to. But he's maybe got enough stack to do something. Oh. That would have been really cool, cha1n. I believe you. That would have looked really nice.
Run. You got to get out. You got to get out. Got to go low.
And actually, if the timing was just a little bit different. That was a good play from Dewey. He
dead.
He didn't push until he knew that, the next thing on his list was that mega.
Yep, he's the one that got the position for the heavy, and cha1n didn't catch him out. What is the why zoom?
That was a rail?
Why zoom from that like super close range with LG, man? Like he totally lost track of him because of the zooming.
Yeah, he
And
thought
his
that the
aim
orb
was
took
really
him
shaky.
over to LG, and no, he was right next to him.
That is a huge gamble that cha1n should not have gotten away with, but here we are, 1-to-1 with champs, and Galena getting a mega and guns, so and heavy. So now you want to see cha1n try to cut him off at the nail pad, I would say.
Ooh. But again, eating that rail on the stairs is not a great way to start
Yeah.
that fight. Armor's going to be up and taken. But knowing that it would have taken a few seconds for dooi to get that armor, it gave cha1n a safe chance to escape through the teleporter.
Nice
But
rail by both
look at this
players.
chase. Yeah.
What?
What?
Okay.
Did he get
I guess
machine gun through the teleporter?
Yeah.
Okay.
I guess so.
That's fun. So Gibbs can go through teleporters. Nice. Or at least the ragdolls.
He probably just died on the one side, and the ragdoll
Yeah.
flew through.
That could be fun,
Ooh.
seeing dead people coming out of teleporters. All right, but cha1n down to 20 HP. He's going to be in a dangerous spot to be having that little amount of health.
dooi really starting to string these rails together.
Yeah. And look at this great stack he's got, too. So 3 seconds to Mega. A long time before armor comes back up. So dooi can take this and probably spend some of the stack here at nail gun. He's done a really good job
I
of,
think
like...
he faintly heard that. Yeah,
Yeah.
he knows he's here.
Yeah, there's going to be some great LG. His single LG is a lot better than his double, that's for sure. All right, but that's going to tie it back up 1-to-1. So tied rounds, tied maps. Not quite as anticlimactic just yet.
Oh, it's a nice comeback there from dooi to bring it back 1-to-1.
begins in
And I think from cha1n, it's the same like when he lost some of the other rounds on other maps, like on Awoken, like not Awoken. What was it? Corrupted. Like needed to be more assertive. Like you have the good position, you have the right reads, just believe in it and go with the percentages, you know. But like by laxing off and missing out on those, like you're giving the other guy free ground that he shouldn't be getting.
Yeah, depending on the map, that can mean, you know, just the one item and you can just assume a trade, or it can just mean the whole rotation. And on the larger maps like Blood Covenant and Ruins, you also risk losing sense of the timing as well.
Indeed, and this is not a good fight for cha1n right now, because even if he railed him, yeah, he's trying to get out, but this is... Yeah, he collects the health. Okay, he can. I think he can live through a rail now. He should be about 100 health. And I love what dooi is doing, just trying to deny which item. Yeah, that's good.
And at the moment, players are so not used to, like, moving from Tri-Bolt back
That
out
is-
towards armor, but...
That is risky.
Yeah.
Like, especially against Visor, like he could have been using sight against you and seen that you were standing around Mega but never went for it. Could have got it for free, and then he could have died from RJing up. Like, eaten rockets or just got LG down to the floor.
Then lose the full stack, but it looks like dooi's kind of on the prowl here. He's looking but not finding cha1n. He was actually looking like he was expecting a fight down at the armor, but that's one rift rocket. As dooi's actually going to be RJing back
Yeah, I
up
think he's
right
using
into
sight
a
right
rail.
now.
Yeah.
He's still going to be fine. Just delaying it.
Oh, he's got to check. Yeah, that's the danger of top T. It's just a blind corner. All right, but small armor's taken at least. 8 seconds to heavy, and yeah, dooi is bringing out the LG, and again, like the zoom, but
yeah, that's really
this time,
bizarre.
you know, he actually hit.
Yep.
Right, so
I think if he wanted, he could have waited for these vials like right away, and then dropped down and got heavy and like started getting cooldown back quicker.
And dooi's still looking for another fight here, but obviously cha1n has got other things on his mind. Doesn't even have a dire orb at the moment.
Yeah, cha1n's playing a little too scared. I think if he loses this round, I know like it'll be match point, but he needs to start cutting him off more and like forcing out bad situations from dooi. Like dooi is playing way too comfortably at the moment and looking like he's going to win this grand final.
He looked like he was seriously considering crouching in that wall corner for 3 minutes. But this is going to be some good LG. He's not even going to go for the Mega immediately, but cha1n had a good read and stabbed back with the rail.
I would have liked to have seen dual wield used there just to deal damage and to force him off.
Like you said, like cha1n's not looking like he's super committed to any of these positions anyway. Like as soon as dooi shows up, cha1n is gone. But there's a drop down to LG.
That was a nice shot from cha1n, and now they're even.
dooi with the play on the jump pad, and you can get over that wall so easily now. Oh, there's the crash, but don't worry. We do have a plan for that. We'll have the game back up here in just a moment. Wait, did I lose camera too? There we go. Cool. I was like, everything's crashing. All right. Let's see. There we go. There we go. And we are right back in game.
Oh, man.
And apparently we missed a great
Yeah,
frag on
he lit
Chain,
him-
unfortunately.
he lit him
Yeah. Rip. But at the tail end of that, Dewey's still going to have a great stack. And we've got, this LG coming out here. I mean, that Doom guy just has no chance. So we try to go for the Mega as well. Shut down and shut out. 2-on-1. Dewey could actually take this.
Prepare to fight.
Yeah, he's playing, like I said, he's in his comfort zone right now, and Chain is not doing enough. Like, he needs to be applying, it doesn't have to be like an all-in, but he needs to apply more pressure.
Yeah.
More little pressure here and there if he wants to come back into this. Otherwise, yeah, Dewey's set to take it.
It's a lot of distance for Dewey to travel just to go get that LG, but he's actually taken directly from there to, well, it might have been Rockets, but he heard the jump pad first, thought he might have an opportunity, and yeah, Chain actually left up the Mega as well. Oh, wow. What a trap.
Of the end. He's got...
So that was some rather unusual, like, routing off of that
and a bad spawn?
Yeah. Well, you can go get Tribal.
Shoulda, coulda, woulda.
I mean, you might be able to do something with that now. Like, you get Tribolt, and then you start spamming off on top T.
Oh, he didn't wait for the orb to keep going, and it's...
Wow. This could be a fast last round. I don't even think it's a tilt factor. It's just now Chain is having to react to so much.
Yeah, he got put in a bad spot at that Tribolt spawn, and then there he should not have went to rail. That was his own fault, but...
Oh, and here's the
that's
LG
it.
again,
Good
and there's
games.
double. Yeah, there was just no way out of that. Wow, what a
Almost
incredibly
no-
fast
yeah,
last round.
almost no contest that last round. He
Yeah.
barely dealt any damage. That was just complete domination.
Wow.
And Dewey keeping his composure from the mishap on Blood Run, and yeah, congratulations to him. He played very, very well, and obviously feeling very comfortable with Blazkowicz and Galena in this match.
Yeah, I mean, it's a great sense to have that kind of, you know, it's not really revenge in this community, but being able to prove, like, hey, last time I wasn't really doing everything I knew I could, and this time I was, you know, up to snuff. And Chain was kind of playing out of his mind as well.
Mm-hmm.
He was very passive, but he made sure that anytime Dewey wanted to actually do something, Chain was able to deny that.
But it's still good progress for Chain from
Yeah.
how he's been. That's 2 finals in a row now for him, and you know, but again, hats off to Dewey. Dewey played very, very well today, and
Congrats.
it's good to see. What I kind of expected from today is Dewey was playing the slower, composed game, and leaving himself an out quite a bit, and then circling around and creating new opportunities for himself.
Absolutely, and I mean, it was kind of an evolution of the kind of cliche thing we see from him too, where he just like does almost nothing forever and then, you know, pulls something off.
Yeah.
He was actually a bit more aggressive with Nyx on Blood Covenant. You have the ability for that now, because it used to be, if you're Nyx, you got to get like 5 rails in a row to do any good against a well-stacked, like, heavy opponent.
Mm-hmm.
And you have to not get railed more than once. And if you do, you have to go get 25s for a long time. And even if you get armors, they're going to be rotting off very quickly. So this new kind of rebalance of all the champions, I think it gave us some really interesting matches today.
Yeah, I think the changes to Railgun have helped. Like, it's a double-edged sword. If she gets rail first and she starts like getting good peak angles and chips away at them, she can really close the distance and kill them. And I think you'll maybe see here in the near future, people might start using her more against Blazkowicz, maybe.
I think it's a good idea, yeah.
Yeah, on some. I think maybe even on like Corrupted, it would be good because you have so many escape options after you use the invis. So
she's got speed, she's got, you know, the wall jump, and she's got a great ability for kind of, you know, moving in on somebody without them knowing it. The problem was always, you know, she can just get splatted.
Yeah. So, and then we didn't. I'm kind of sad we didn't see any Slash today. We didn't see any Anarchy.
No Anarchy, yeah.
But overall, let's see. We saw everybody but Slash, Anarchy, and Scalebearer.
Right.
Otherwise, every other champion was utilized today.
Even Sorlag to whatever effect that was.
Yeah. Well, like you said, the idea behind it was okay. It's just the execution was a little off.
I appreciate Uncorrupted, yeah. But that means that, you know, Dewey and Chain can get a well-deserved rest. And that means that we're going to be coming right back in for the European playoffs tomorrow. It's going to be another long day. We've got a ton of names. We've got Cypher in there. We've got Cooler in there. We've got Base.
Kilson, I think, is in there too.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
Zron.
Sparty made it through.
Yep.
Yeah.
Who's the one I'm not thinking of? Pikawa?
Yeah,
Maybe?
yeah, he made it through.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think that's the 8. Yeah, yeah. So, really looking forward to tomorrow's games.
Yeah, and that will be launching with Sparty Pikawa, actually, right off the bat. So that's at 9 Eastern, I believe. Look up the time. It's on the website. That's what it's there for. So I don't have to remember as much. But yeah, really great games today. Everybody, you're fantastic for watching. Everybody soaking up information from Rafa, myself included. But it's been a learning game with this new patch for sure.
Yeah, it was a pleasure to be here, and yeah, I was very entertained with seeing how the meta is shaping and unfolding today, and people are making adjustments. So,
yeah,
and it's good to see a little more variety.
And we got a lot of it, and Dooi was able to get the right reads on the new information. So congrats to him. All right, that will be it from us here. I think there is a little bit more in terms of the North American Challenger division of the Quake Open League. And if you would like to sign up for the next season of the QOL, those signups are going up this week. We'll have some information up on the stream here very, very shortly. But it means that, if you can commit a couple hours each Wednesday night, you will have consistent games. And that means that between, QOL and the Go 4 Cups and the Battle Fight Cups, you can fill every night with Quake. Who needs to go outside?
Who needs a 10?
Especially here in Dallas. It's not recommended. Just don't do it.
Yeah. Agreed.
All right, well, any last shout-outs there for me, Raf?
Oh, man, I'm just glad for the opportunity to do this. It was a bunch of fun, and if it presents itself again in the future, I'm not able to play, I'd gladly do it again.
Awesome. Glad to hear it, dude. Well, I think we're going to be signing off here, everybody. Have a great evening.